What's good, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael Perryman. I'm a photographer and videographer out of Atlanta, and today we're going to be talking about my 5 reasons why S-Cinetone is quickly becoming my favorite picture profile for Sony cameras. Let's get it. So I want to be honest. I went out, I bought a new camera, Sony A7IV. Main reason I bought it was for the 10-bit video. I originally was shooting with an A7 III, and I can't lie, the A7IV is just sensational. I love it way better than I love that A7 III, both for photography and of course with the 10-bit video. The videography is just leaps and bounds better than the A7 III. But with that being said, if you know what you're doing with the A7 III, even in 2022, you can still make it look spectacular. You can get spectacular content out of it. But I did move on and I did get the A7 IV. The first thing that I did when I got that A7 IV is I started shooting in the log profile, S-Log3, of course. And I was struggling. I was shooting, I was watching all these different videos about the proper exposure. I was overexposing by 1.7, and each and every time I just wasn't getting the image that I knew the camera was capable of. So I was concerned. I thought either I was unskilled or S-Log just wasn't for me. I shot multiple music videos using S-Logs. Sometimes I would nail it and it would look spectacular. And other times I would get home and I'd be like, damn, this camera's better than I am. And it's all my fault and I gotta be better. So I started to do a little bit of research and I tried to figure out, is there other options for me? Can I get the look that I want without succumbing to everyone else's belief that one must shoot an S-Log in order to be competitive? And the more I looked around, the more studying I did, I noticed that one can shoot with S-Cinetone and get professional content and no one would know the difference. So I thought, why don't I give it a shot? All right, so reason number 1 why I really like using S-Cinetone over S-Log is the ease of use. All you have to do is expose your content properly. You don't have to overexpose, you don't have to underexpose. Just get your multimeter to 0 like it should be, and you're good to go when it comes with S-Cinetone. Obviously, depending on backgrounds and different scenarios, sometimes that won't always be the case. And with S-Cinetone, what you see is what you get. So what you can do is you can just look at your screen. If it looks good to you, it's good to go. What you see is what you get. So when you get it back into your editing system, the shot that you saw out in the field is going to be the shot that you're going to see in Final Cut Pro and Premiere, whatever it is that you use. To make it look great, very minimal color editing that you have to do. Truthfully, out of camera, you may not even have to do it if it's exposed properly. Other times, you have a certain image that you want to get, so you may pop a LUT on there one way or another. Really easy to use. When I was using S-Log, I had to go through a process of when I shot, I was constantly worried about, should I overexpose, should I underexpose? I'm constantly looking at meters instead of my composition. And then when I got into the editing system, I'm constantly worried about, do these colors look natural? I'm pushing colors, and when I would show it to my fiance, she'd be like, oh man, that's too colorful. And I'm like, man, is it me? Am I not seeing how to color grade S-Log properly? What is going on? Everyone else is making it look spectacular, but I suck at this. So I knew I had to get better. So I went out and I found conversion LUTs. And if you shoot S-Log, I promise you, find a conversion LUT. What I mean by a conversion LUT is I shoot in this raw, open, flat footage and instantly put one LUT on it that gets it back to your Rec. 709 footage. That has always been my first step. The more and more I learned about using S-Log, the more those conversion LUTs have come in handy. Once you get it to the Rec. 709, then you can play with the colors, or then you can put another LUT on top of that if you're looking for a certain type of image, gritty, grimy, pretty, airy, whatever it may be. Use your LUTs if you know how to use your LUTs, okay? So easy to use is the number 1 reason why I really like S-Cinetone. The number 2 reason is smaller file size. When it comes to shooting S-Log, you're shooting at 4K 60, for instance, you're gonna take up a ton of storage on your SD card, on your computers, on your hard drives. But when you shoot in S-Cinetone, it shoots with a smaller file size. You get it into your hard drive, you're not taking up as much space. You have a SD card and you're out shooting, you know for a fact you can bring 128 gigs, 64 gigs, and you know you've got enough to get the content that you need. So it gives you a lot of confidence knowing this thing's not going to fill up my card in the middle of a paid gig and I've got to either switch cards and or be asked out because I didn't bring enough storage. So that's reason number 2. Number 1 is it's really easy to use. Number 2, smaller file size for your computer. All right, reason number 3, just like I alluded to in reason number 1, it's just great for beginners. You got yourself a new camera, you're just getting started in content creation. You can use S-Cinetone and not have to really know too much about color grading. You can use S-Cinetone and confidently shoot and just put your image out to the world just the way it is, and they're gonna think, man, this guy's got some skills. S-Cinetone is based off an algorithm that Sony's created that comes from some of their top-of-the-line cinema cameras. So based on what Sony believes, you can shoot with S-Cinetone, not make one change, and you're getting Sony's idea of cinematic footage in color. So very easy to use. Smaller file size, great for beginners, but also great for pros as well. And the reason I say that, if you get yourself into a shoot where you don't have to do the edit and you just have to deliver the content to a client, shoot in S-Cinetone, because I've got a client that they like me to shoot and they like me to send them the content, but they have no idea how to edit log footage. If they see log footage, they're gonna ask me what the hell is going on. But when they get the S-Cinetone, they're always like, man, Mike, your camera is so capable. Like, those files that you send us are always so beautiful, and they don't know that I just flipped it to PP11, S-Cinetone, and all the magic is being done for me. So it's great for beginners, but also many reasons why it's great for a pro as well. I'm shooting an S-Cinetone right now as we speak. Reason number 4, S-Cinetone is great. The base ISOs are a lot lower than they are when you use S-Log. If you're shooting the S-Cinetone, your base ISO is 100. We all know with a base ISO of 100, that is a lot less grain than a base ISO of 800 like you have with S-Log 3. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into base ISOs because that could steal my thunder for another video if you guys like that, if you guys want to hear about base ISOs. Put a comment down in the description, tell me about it, and that'll be the next video that I make. But base ISO starting at 100, going up to about maybe 2000 is the max that I'd probably go with S-Cinetone. You know that you're getting footage that isn't grainy and beautiful, and you can see it on your screen and you know exactly what it's going to look like. Reason number 5, the most important reason, and I've alluded to it multiple times, and all the 4 other reasons, it just looks really good. I went out on a walk. I decided I'm going to just shoot an S-Cinetone and make a quick cinematic to go along with this video because I knew I was going to make this video. And damn, it looks good without doing much work at all. So if you've got a camera that's capable of it in the Sony line and you don't need a professional looking situation and shoot, you just need to get dope content for social media, you need to get it soon, and it needs to look good, S-Cinetone is the thing for you. My name is Michael Perryman. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm about to get way more consistent, put out videos once a week. I talk about gear, reviews, behind the scenes of a lot of stuff that I do. Sometimes I'll take you on a vlog. You never know what it's going to be. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Let's get it.